Hi guys, and welcome to the Aging Games, where I talk about all things related to health, anti-aging, and beauty, and especially for ladies over 50. So today's topic will be about Buteyko Method of Breathing, which I did a previous video about this with my friend Britta, who's a licensed acupuncturist and also a Buteyko practitioner, and she also teaches the Buteyko Method. So if you're new and you haven't heard about the Buteyko Method before, then please check out our previous video first, because this one will only concentrate on showing you how to do a Buteyko exercise. You'll be doing the exercise along with us, and it's just a series of exercises. This is the simplest, most basic exercise that you can do with Buteyko, other than breathing more shallow throughout the day. And so let's get started.
So I'd like to share with you a technique, a breathing exercise that is very simple to do, and it's very good for unblocking any kind of sinus congestion. It's also very good to wake you up because it increases your blood flow to your brain immediately. It gives you more energy and more clarity. And I just want to say a word of caution before we do it. People who are very sick or people who are pregnant, women who are pregnant, should not do very extended breath holds. And this is one of the things that we will be practicing. So if you fall into that category, I want you to take this exercise very, very gently. Don't overdo it. Don't stretch yourself. You'll just make things worse. You need to build up slowly, just like you would when you start out, with working out with something new. Just start gently, slowly. Don't push yourself. This is not a competition. This is just about how you can, over time, improve your health. Before we start with the exercise, let me just say that what the principles are of the Buteyko practice. So number one, I've already mentioned it. We always want to breathe through the nose. So this exercise involves nose breathing. So some people may not be able to do this. If you have an obstruction, a mechanical obstruction, I'm not talking about mucus or congestion, I'm talking about deviation of the septum or huge polyps in your nose, you may not be able to do this exercise, but you could try it anyways, because if it is just mucus congestion, it will actually go away very quickly doing this exercise. The second thing is we always want to breathe diaphragmatically. That means we want to breathe into the lower parts of the lungs, not into the upper chest. So you can do that by paying attention to your belly. It should move in and out very, very gently. You always want your breathing to be very calm, very quiet, and very regular, preferably slow. You want the breathing to slow down and to become so still that they say if you put a feather underneath your nostrils, the feather wouldn't even move. That's how quiet. This is the ultimate goal, okay? But this is the whole breathing retraining process. And in order to do all of that, we always want to maintain an erect posture. So as though you were sitting in a meditation, you want to have a nice straight spine. That will give you the most room in your diaphragm, and it will really allow you to actually reduce your breathing more and more. This exercise that we're going to do involves pinching the nose shut so that we enhance the nitric oxide concentration in the sinus cavities while we're holding our breath. And it involves movement. So we're trying to increase and enhance the taking in of nitric oxide and carbon dioxide, the buildup of carbon dioxide doing this exercise. And as I mentioned before, they'll open up your blood flow because they're vasodilating gases, and they open up your airways. So you'll immediately get this feeling of clarity in your head. This is what I find. I do this every morning when I get up. And it opens your sinuses very quickly, and it opens your breathing if you're having any kind of constriction, if you're asthmatic or if you have COPD. So the way to do this exercise is just after a normal breath in and a normal breath out, nothing special, nothing super big. You're just going to pinch your nose shut and you're going to hold your breath, and you're going to add some kind of movement. Now, if you're just sitting, you can just move your head up and down, okay? Or you could just move your legs a little bit. Doesn't matter which. The important thing is to add a little bit of movement, because as soon as you move, your muscles start warming up and your carbon dioxide production is enhanced because you're using more energy. If you're in good physical condition, You can do steps, you can walk while you're holding your breath. And what's important is that you do a couple of warm-up runs. So the first 2 sets are just going to be warming up. In other words, you're not going to push yourself at all. You're just going to go to the very most gentle need of air that you feel. As soon as you start to feel a little bit of a need for breathing, you're just finished, okay? If you're doing steps, you can start counting how many steps you do. So maybe the first set you might do 10 steps or 15 steps, depending on your level of fitness and your level of health. Maybe you can only do 5, and that's okay. So you'll just do that as a warm-up. Between each set, you're going to recuperate your breathing. You never want to hold your breath too long so that you need to gasp for air, and especially not in the first 2 warm-up sets. So you want your breathing to be almost unchanged. The next 4 sets, we're going to do it 6 in total. You can do 8 if you like, but you need to do 6 in order to decongest your sinuses and to get the full benefit of this exercise. So after the second set, you'd start to push yourself increasingly more. And again, if you're pregnant or if you have a serious health condition, please, please, please take this very gently, because you don't want to go backwards or hurt yourself in any way. All right? So between each set, you just relax. You try to calm your breathing as quickly as possible. And when you've recovered, which might take 20 or 30 seconds, you go to your next set. The whole exercise takes about 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, depending on your resting time in between and how long your sets, how long you can hold your breath. So sit up nice and straight, relax your shoulders, and just take a moment to see if you're breathing into your diaphragm. Try to breathe into the lower part of your lungs. You can put your hands, wrap them around the lower ribs, and you should feel them just gently going out and in and out and in. And just try to slow and calm your breath for just a few seconds to get the hang of this. And then after your next normal exhalation, just go ahead and pinch your nose shut and start just gently moving your head back and forth, or if you're doing steps, you can walk, or if you're moving your legs, just move your legs. And then when you've had, like I said, a very gentle need for air, you'll stop and you recover. You just calm your breathing as much as you possibly can. Try to keep your breathing regular and slow. And you'll go for your second set. So you take a normal breath in, a normal breath out, pinch your nose shut, and start moving. When you're done, you just recover your breathing, make it very gentle, very quiet. And then on this next set, you're going to start pushing yourself a little bit. So let's say you were doing steps, and the first 2 sets you did 15 steps each. Maybe on the next one, you can try for 20 steps or 25, again, depending on your level of physical fitness and your level of health. Maybe you can go 30 steps easily. Whatever your level is, that's the level you want to be at. Or if you're holding your breath and moving your head, you might want to, hold it for 20 seconds or something like that. And then the next time you might want to increase by 5 steps and so on until you get to a level where you feel, you don't want to push yourself too hard. Like I said, you never want to gasp for air. Okay, so let's take another normal breath in, a normal breath out, pinch your nose shut, and go ahead and do your movement for as long as you can till you feel a medium need for air this time. And whenever you're done, just release your nose and again, calm your breathing. You should be able to calm your breathing within 2 breaths to completely back to normal. Otherwise, if you're taking 3, 4, 5 breaths to recover, you've probably pushed yourself too hard. So just take a moment to recover, 20 to 30 seconds or so. Relax. The more you relax, the easier it is. And we'll just do it one more time. Like I said, normally this is done 6 times minimum to 8 times, and that will give you the full benefit of this exercise. And even if you have a cold, you should be completely clear to breathe through your nose afterwards, at least for several hours. And you might have to do it again. If you get congested again, just go ahead and do it again. All right, so let's take just a normal breath in, a normal breath out. Pinch your nose shut. And keep going until you feel a medium need for breathing in. And then whenever you get to that point, again, release your nostrils and just breathe normally. And you should start feeling that you can breathe more evenly through your nose. And perhaps you'll feel a sense of, more alertness and so on. And then you know that you're on the right track. So again, this is an exercise that is very good to do whenever you've got sinus congestion, whenever you feel like you're having a little trouble breathing if you're asthmatic, but again, take it very, very gently and with very much caution.
Britta, thank you so much for guiding us through these series of exercises. I hope everyone's breathing better and feeling better. If you'd like to find out more information about Buteyko, I will have some links below. I will also link Britta's contact details below. So if you're looking for a practitioner or if you're looking to learn this method, then please do get in touch with her. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, and would like to see more from me, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.